Do you suppose Barack Obama has finally learned about his attempt to bipartisanship and reaching across the slime-filled gutter that separates Republicans from normal people? Do you? After what Jud Gregg did? Obama is, and now keep in mind that Gregg was the one who approached Barack Obama. Gregg is the one who came whining into Washington. Oh, I don't want to be a senator. I want to be part of your cabinet. It was Gregg. Now, obviously, the Republican Party leadership, Rush Limbaugh, Joe the Plumber, and the hoe from Wasilla, sat him down and said, no, you can't do that. So Gregg waits until Barack Obama is out of town. He like all Republicans, he's a goddamn coward. He doesn't have just the baseline decency to give Obama a call and say, Mr. President, I've changed my mind. No, because he's a filthy, stinking Republican, he waits until, and a coward, he waits until Obama is out of town, and then he makes a public announcement. Obama's press secretary didn't know. The White House office didn't know. Obama didn't know. You see, this is why I say that the Republican Party should be taken to the nearest field and murdered. It should be hammered until there's nothing left. They are terrorists. They are domestic terrorists. And the only good thing that George Bush did was in his psychopathic fascist rantings and altering of domestic law, he changed the definition of domestic terrorism to include exactly what the Republicans are doing. They are terrorists. They are doing everything they can to disrupt the reformulation of this economy that they destroyed. Now, if that's not domestic terrorism, I don't know what is. They need to be arrested. Limbaugh needs to be arrested and jailed. I don't even know if he should be given a trial. He damn sure wouldn't allow a trial to anybody else, right? The hoe from Wasilla needs to be put on a barge and sent into the Bering Sea. And Joe the Plumber, he just needs a goddamn job. That's all. You know, put a cork in it, Joe. Go get a job. He's a reporter going to the Middle East. But on the other hand, I love it. I think a drug-addled freak who made himself deaf from drug abuse, Rush Limbaugh, an unemployed jerk who claims to be a plumber, and the turkey killer from Alaska. I mean, this is it. The three stooges. This is the leadership of the Republican Party, and I hope it just stays right where it is. Limbaugh can run the Republican Party from jail. Jesus, he can just keep in touch with these people on his BlueBerry. No, he doesn't have a BlackBerry. He's got a BlueBerry. Goddamn freak. So Jud Gregg, like all Republican office holders and most people who vote Republican, is a coward. An absolute slimy coward. He said there were, quote, irresolvable conflicts, end quote, between him and the administration. Irresolvable conflicts. Like Jud Gregg, when he went on his knees into the White House begging for a cabinet position, he didn't know? He didn't know what the budget stimulus or the stimulus plan was going to be? Oh, right. Okay, Jud, sure, whatever you say. His statement said in part, quote, it has become apparent during this process that this will not work for me, as I have found that on issues such as the stimulus package and the census, there are irresolvable conflicts for me. Prior to accepting this post, we had discussed these and other potential differences, but unfortunately we did not adequately focus on these concerns. Oh, okay. So you went through the vetting process, and everything was told to you, but, wait, we didn't focus enough. He goes on to say, we are functioning from a different set of views on many critical items of policy. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad he's gone. I cannot believe whoever advised Obama to put this turd in his cabinet was either a practical joker or drunk and said, Obama, President Obama, take this guy. Take Jud Gregg. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, okay. Different set of views on many critical items of policy. This had nothing to do with policy. This is ideology. This is a right-wing freak from his home state. Where's he from? Where's this jerk from? Oh my God! I don't even. Not that it matters. Where's he from? New Hampshire. His policy differences, if they do exist, are like all Republicans. He does not want money spent on public school system. He wants the public school system to collapse so that good Christians and Taliban-like freaks in this country can run the school system. He does not want money for Medicaid or children's health insurance programs. And the reason for that is because he is on the take to the pharmaceutical industry. He wants all the children to be sick so they have to go get medicine from the pharmaceutical industry. Of course, how are they going to buy it? Well, he doesn't want food stamps for people that are hurting. He doesn't care about unemployment, extending unemployment compensation benefits. Yeah, he's got policy difference with the president. He's also got policy difference with a normal human being. That's who he has policy. Now, as far as his objections to the so-called census issue, keep in mind what the census is all about. It has enormous implications, social and political. It's used to distribute federal money to states and cities based on population. And, ta-da, it's used to redraw congressional districts. And it determines how many seats in the House of Representatives that states like California and Florida, the states that are still collecting population, will pick up at the expense of states whose populations are relatively stagnant. So what the Republicans, first of all, they don't want people voting. In that respect, they're like the framers of the Constitution. Just let us white men vote. We'll take care of it. The bitches can stay home, and the colored people, well, I don't know. What? There's a colored person in the White House? What'd he do, break in? It's a joke. So, these white males want the prerogative or the franchise all to themselves. And so the census thing, they know that when people are counted, and here's the funny part, the Republicans always argue, well, it's got to be an absolute head count. Realizing, of course, a lot of people are just not going to be there for the census taker to count them. Well, you don't count people who are not home. You don't count people who may be gone. You don't count people who are homeless. You don't count any of those people whatsoever. They're not real. They're ghosts. They're shades, they're haints, they really don't exist. What the Democrats wanted to do, this is another thing that Clinton just, his knees collapsed on this one too. But what the Democrats wanted was using computer models to, not to guess how many people were in the country, but using statistical sampling that political analysts believed, some of the right-wing political analysts believe that this sort of thing, statistical sampling, would help Democrats by adding more urban and minority people in the totals. Oh, and we all know that colored folk always vote Democrat, right? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Urban people. Well, urban people, we can't say the N-word anymore, so we say urban people. You know what we mean, though, don't you? These rat bastards. So what do you think? Do you think Barack Obama has finally come to his senses? Republicans are terrorists. They're scum. Republican office holders are worse. The Republican Party needs to be eliminated.